सीधे आपको लेकर चलते हैं सोनिया गांधी के संबोधन में।
The personality and character of an exceptional leader and an extraordinary human being. I came to know Indira Gandhi intimately as the head of our small family over the 16 years that we lived together in one household just a few meters away from here. I saw her at close quarters in every mood and circumstance. I came to understand how passionately she felt for her country, how deeply she cared for the poor and the oppressed, how faithfully she followed the teachings imbibed from her father, from him, and from the other great men and women of the Indian freedom struggle who had been part of her growing up. It was that rigorous schooling in the independence movement that made her so staunch in defense of India's sovereignty, so committed to the ideals of secularism and social justice, and so determined to advance them through her policies and programs. I have heard Indira Ji, I'm sure you too have heard, of Indira Ji's being referred to as the Iron Lady of India. But iron was only one of the elements in her character. Generosity and humanity were just as prominent traits. She fought, yes, she did, but not for personal ascendancy. She fought for her principles against vested interests and agendas. She could not tolerate any form of bullying, coercion, and unfairness. That was fundamental of her character. That is what inspired her in all her battles, those she took on and those that she faced. She fought for the poor and the weak, where they were being oppressed and denied their rights. She toiled for their material well-being, and as we all know, it was in fact her championship of the Green Revolution that freed India from endemic famine. She fought for secularism against all those forces seeking to divide the Indian people on lines of religion and caste. She gloried in the rich diversity of India, its profound democratic and secular values. For her, as Prime Minister, there was but one religion, a sacred creed passionately held that all Indians are equal children of the motherland. She fought for India's dignity and independence as a sovereign nation against the dominance of superpowers, and not only for India, but for all countries that resisted colonial and post-colonial forms of hegemony. Bangladesh creation, in which she played so vital a part, is a monument to that stand. But many, many are the instances through which she brought India international respect and admiration. She fought for nature, understanding well ahead of her time the kingship and underlying all creation and the devastation caused by human greed. She fought for India's forests, her rivers, wildlife, to protect them and to hold back those who had no regard for the precious environment that sustains human life. Her contribution in so many other areas is also recognized and celebrated. It would take much too long here to list them all out or talk about them. But for instance, what she did for Indian science and technology, for culture, for the art, for the artisan, the weaver, for our heritage as a whole. In the 16 years that were given to her to lead the country, many were the challenges she had to confront.
लेटेस्ट खबरों के लिए यूं ही देखते रहिए आज तक और इस वीडियो के पसंद आने पर लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।